Good morning, everyone. Amy Thayer here. I'm going to show you how to use iMovie for iPad. I'm using the new screen recording feature on our new iPads, and I'm going to just walk you through the steps. iMovie is the purple square with the white star. Go ahead and open it up. To start a new movie or a new project, you click the plus button. From here, you have the option of movie or trailer. I'm going to do a movie today, and I click on it. It takes a second. When you get here, you can click the videos or the screenshots or the pictures that you want, and it will create the movie. But I'm going to go ahead and just click Create Movie, and that brings up my timeline. I like to add each thing individually so I can work with it. Okay? To start, I'm going to show you how you can just take a bunch of photos and make them look like a movie. So for instance, if you just take pictures all throughout the school year on your iPad, at the end of the year, you can drop them all into iMovie, put a little music with it, and it's super simple to make it look like a movie and not just still pictures. So if I go to Photos, I'm going to go here and put a few pictures of the Springfield Days Parade, and I just tap on them, and they drop right down. Mr. Sayers, okay? So now that I have my pictures in here, if I click on my picture, it brings up tools down below for me to use. The first thing I want to show you on a picture is if I push play, you see that the picture has a little bit of movement to it. It looks like it's moving just a little bit. That's the Ken Burns effect. And that's right up here at the bottom of the picture. If I click Ken Burns Disable, it just shows the picture without any movement. And that makes kind of a boring movie if you have all photos. So if I click on it and I enable the Ken Burns effect, it says pinch to position to start. So if I want this picture to start with the picture of Tom Buskirk in there, and then I go, it says pinch the position to end, and I want it to end with him like that, it will zoom in on him and it will make it look nice. And you can see what you want to see. So for this one, if I wanted it to start with a picture here and end with a picture of her sister right here, all I would have to do is change where it starts and stop. So if there's certain kids that you want to, or a certain thing in your picture that you want to focus on, you can do that. You can also click on the picture and make it longer, and it will last. It'll take longer to go to the next thing that you pinched. Okay, so that is how you get the pictures to look like they're moving. Now down below there are some different tools. So for actions, there is just a duplicate. Here, duplicate. Here's Mr. Sayers. If I hit duplicate, it'll put him again. The next one is titles. If this is the very beginning and I want this to be the beginning picture of my thing, you can use the titles. One thing I don't like about the titles in iMovie is the words have to be white. Okay? You can put them in the lower part or you can put them in the center part, but they have to be white. There's a lot of other intro makers, intro movie maker and things like that you can make and drop in, but this is pretty simple. So I'm going to put parade. Okay? And now when I go to this and I push play, parade drops in. So that would be the title of my movie. Okay? Between each of the pictures is a transition. If I click on the transition button there, I can pick my transitions, slide, wipe, fade, or the one that goes with the theme. Or I can pick, and I can also pick how long I want it to be. So if I wanted it to wipe and go between there and take 2 seconds, that's what it would look like. What I do like is if you're trying to make a quick movie, it'll just go ahead and put transitions in for you. If you go to the very top to the little gear up here, that is where you pick what different theme you want, and that affects what theme music is offered to you and what different transitions you can use. If you turn it on, it automatically inserts theme music for you. If you turn it off, it's not. I do like to always put fade to black and end to black. And what that means is at the very beginning it starts black and then it comes on. And the same for at the end. I think that makes it look kind of professional. So with a picture, that's about all you can do is you can change where you want it to start and stop, zoom in, and put the Ken Burns effect on. You can duplicate, you can put titles, and of course there's filters here that you can add different filters and make it look old-fashioned-y or dreamy. And that's pretty much all you can do with pictures when you're putting them in iMovie. Okay? Next, I'm going to go and drop a video in. To do that, I go up to the top, I go to Video, and I know which one I want to drop in here. I click on it and push the plus button and it drops my video right in. Now, you get different options when you click on the video. Down below, for actions, if you have the line somewhere where you want to splice it and you click split, it'll split the clip, okay? If I don't like this first part, I would just hit the delete button in the bottom corner. So, under actions first, you can split the clip. That's one of the things you can do. You can also detach the audio. So for instance, if there's sound in here and you really don't want to hear the sound, you just want to play music for the whole video, you detach it and you would just delete it. If you do it by accident and you go to this little arrow button there, it can put it back on. Okay? And you can also duplicate a clip. When you have a video, you can also make the speed go slower and faster. Faster is the rabbit, slower is the turtle. If you mess with it and it's not how you want it, you can just reset it and it'll put it back to its original speed. Okay? Volume is a very important one. If you are doing, say, interviews with different people, and some talk soft, some talk loud, you click on it, you sometimes have to adjust the volume for each clip. And that's very important to do, especially if you have multiple clips. And you can use titles on this just like you did the other one. Like I said, sometimes it's in white lettering, so you don't see it very much. It doesn't stand out, but I'm going to put here, I'll put staff. And here's our staff at the end of the year. Now, when I go here and staff comes on, maybe I don't want that staff to go through the entire clip. Maybe I just want it to go to about here. All I have to do is go back to actions and split the clip, and staff will show until it's split, and then it goes off. Okay? And then you can also do the filters and make us look old-fashioned or whatever with the video. So that's pretty much what you can do with the video. Like I said, the volume's a very important one, and sometimes the speed is pretty fun too. Kids really like to make the speed faster and slower. Okay? And that just continues to just make my movie roll here as I make changes to it. Now, if I go back up here to audio, excuse me, and I go to the theme music, or you can pick songs from your iTunes collection, but I find a theme music, and let's say I find one that I like, and I click use, okay? It'll just play along. I can click on the music, and I can split the music. I can make the speed of the music fast and slow, and I can make the music louder or softer, okay? And it will play along. One of the nice things about the music is if you get to the very end of your movie and you click it and you're under volume, if you click fade, you can move this yellow button so that it will fade out, and that gives it kind of a professional. So this should fade out. The music will fade out, and it should turn to black at the end. Now, I could only hear our sound of our voices on there, and I couldn't hear the background music. That's where you go to actions. If I put the music in the foreground, you will be able to hear the music over our voices.
Wait, okay, ready?
Or at the same time.
Once a Trojan, always a Trojan.
Okay. So that's what foreground is. If you put it in the background, you'll hear the voices from the video. If you put it in the foreground, you'll be able to hear both at the same time. So it's just your preference on what you'd like to do for your video. So that will just pretty much make a nice smooth video for you. You can put music in, sound, change all of those things. That's about all I have to show you for this today, but I did want to tell you one thing. If I click done and I give my movie a name, and I'll give it June 20th, okay? I already used that. I'll just call it June. Now, it says I have a 39-second video, okay? I wanted to let everyone know that if you want to share that video with someone, you want to share it with the class, you want to send it home to parents, everyone in Springfield Platteview has a YouTube account. And if I click this little square with the arrow down there, and you click YouTube, you just have to be signed into YouTube with your springfieldplatteview.org account. That's a Google account, and that allows you to have a YouTube channel and store your videos. It's the easiest way if you want other people to see your video. And all you would do is click the YouTube channel. If you click YouTube, give it a title. You can put it as private, so only you can see it. You can put it as unlisted, meaning people can't search for it, but you can send the link out, or public if you don't mind if everyone sees it, okay? And once you do it like that, you just click share, and it'll export your movie and upload it. I'm not sure everyone knows about that, and if you want to start promoting your class, you can put that link on Twitter. You can send that link to your principal or whoever does your Facebook or your Facebook page or your Twitter, and it's a good way to share your work. So you might have known a lot of this, but I hope some of you learned a few new things. The way I always teach this is to put the video on and then pause it and then practice it myself. So I hope this gives you something to start with and you enjoy making your videos. Have a great day.